Welcome to Mechanical Tutorial. I am going to teach you different techniques in SolidWorks for mechanical engineers. I am going to train you different modules like surface modeling, sheet metal and enclosure design, product design, plastic components design, reverse engineering and many more tips and tricks in SolidWorks. Hi, today I am going to explain about hinge design in top-down approach. So left side you can see the hinge assembly and right side it's an exploded view. See, this is the assembly I am going to create in top-down approach. So you can see the external references. So I am going to show you one by one and step-by-step procedure in top-down approach. So this is the two hinge components in sheet metal. And this is the hinge pin. So I'm going to create all the three components. So let's start now. Initially I'm going to create this component. Select this front plane, go to sketch, draw a circle, select the line command, draw a horizontal line. So we have to draw one more line parallel to this top line and make it construction. So this is 50 mm. Select these 2 points, make it vertical constraint. This bottom construction line is just for reference. So make this 4 mm. Now trim this line. So this sheet metal is going to form within this line. So select the sheet metal tab and select the base flange. So it is in the mid plane and select 150 and thickness as 3 mm and radius you can keep it as 5 and K factor as 4.45. See, it is not dimensioned properly, so that's why it's not creating the base flange. So keep it in normal. So these kind of errors we have to verify it, otherwise creates a problem. So select these two lines and this is 4 mm. Now select the sheet metal tab, base flange. See, it is going to create. So select mid plane so that it creates symmetrically and it is 150 mm. and thickness is 3 mm. This is outside radius is 5 and K factor is 0.45, and we have to select the inside, that means the reverse direction. We have to select this thickness parameter in reverse direction. Say OK. See here we have to provide the length, so select this line, so it is around 250. See here. Now we have to take one assembly file. We have to insert this component. See, it is in fixed. We have to select this and make it float so that we can give the mating conditions. So select front plane and front plane. So this method is for top down approach. So select the mate conditions. So front plane with front plane and top plane with the top plane. So constraining with planes is always better. This is the best practice. So now select this part file and right click and select this edit part. So now I am in assembly file, but I am creating features in part file. So when I select this edit part file, so it's going to happen like this. So select the top plane or top face of this component, create a sketch. So select the sketch, keep it in wireframe. Now select the convert entities. Sorry, we have to offset entities. So select so it is around 5 mm. So this line is not required. Now the distance between this point and origin is 75. Draw a line joining this edge. So similarly draw one more line joining this edge. Now we have to constrain this line and this line. It's a vertical constraint. Once again constrain this with collinear. So it is fully defined now. Now draw one center point arc, place it here and select the line command. Draw this line from this point to this point. So once again draw one more line, so joining these 2 points. So we have to make sure that these points are connected. So you can simply select this point and drag little bit. Now make it tangent. This tangent. Select this line and this arc, make it tangent. So the angle between these two lines is 33.5. So this is around 30. So this sketch is fully constrained. Go to Sheet Metal and select Extruded Cut. So here we have to link to thickness and say OK. Keep it in solid mode. So this component has been created now. Now I am going to add hole features. See here, these holes. So in top down approach we have to create all the features in assembly mode, but we have to create these features in each individual part files. So I am in edit mode. Right side you can see this is the edit mode symbol. So select this top face, go to Sheet Metal and select simple hole. Simply say OK and go to edit sketch and keep it in wireframe. This is 20 mm. See, select this point, drag near to this arc, and left side you can see a center mark. Place it here. So it is constrained now. Now similarly draw two circles. Select this line, this circle and this circle, and sorry, this point is selected. Deselect this. So make it equal. So these three circles are having equal diameter. Now the distance between these 2 points is 80. So and distance from this origin to this center point is 75. Now we have to constrain this center and this center, make it equal, and draw one center line, join these 2 points. Select this line, select the midpoint, select control and select this horizon, make it horizontal. So it is exactly at the center now. Now say OK. Keep it in shaded form. See, it is created now. See, this hinge component has been created. Now I am going to create the other component. So come out of this edit mode. So we have to take one more part file. I have taken as hinge 2. Here simply select this front plane, go to sketch, draw any simple feature. so that this feature is visible. So I am going to take extrude, just extrude and save it in the local drive. Now go to assembly, just insert this hinge 2, see here. So simple extruded component so that it is visible while giving the mating conditions. So select this front plane and front plane, select, so give the mating conditions, select the top plane and top plane, and right plane and right plane. So after giving all the 3 mating conditions, simply delete this extruded boss. Now we have to delete this sketch also. Now right click and go to edit mode, see here. So I am in the assembly, and so this is in transparent mode. Whatever the features created in the hinge 2, it's visible, so it automatically turns to transparent. So now select front plane, go to sketch. So here select this inner edge and convert entity, and simply drag little bit down and select this point and this point, make it horizontal constraint. And delete this. Before that, move this point to this here and select this and vertex and this point, make it horizontal. So draw one more line from here, should be horizontal, and this is 250, so that these 2 hinges will be equal length. So this sketch has been created. I can hide this component for time being. See here, this sketch is created, so unhide it. Now select the sheet metal tab, go to extruded base flange, see here. So here also we have to select mid plane, and it is 150 mm, and thickness is 3, and outer radius 5, and K factor 0.44. So the K factor depends on the material, it should be always less than 0.5. So keep it in front plane, see here. We have to see that this top edge and this top edge are collinear, so it is in exact straight line. We should be very much careful. See, otherwise sometimes it goes to in a reverse direction, so we have to make sure that it is not in reverse direction. Okay, now save it. So this component has been created. Now select this face, go to sketch and select it. Now we have to create similar cutout. So instead of drawing a sketch here, we have to go to the extruded cut in the first component. See here in assembly, hinge 1, extruded cut, we have to show this. See, this sketch is visible now. Keep it in wireframe. Now select all the lines and make them into convert entities. So this sketch has been created now. Now draw one center line from the origin. Select mirror entities, select these lines and mirror about this center line and say OK. See, exact symmetric line has been created. Now select this line, all the lines, make them into construction. So we no longer needed these lines. Now go to Sheet Metal tab and select Extruded Cut. So we have to make sure that it is linked to thickness and normal to cutout. See here. So I'll keep it in shaded form. See. See here, we can clearly see that there is an symbol, right arrow, that is external reference. So this cutout is having external reference with this hinge 1, component 1 with this feature extruded cutout. So it will have always relation with this extruded cutout. Now we can hide this sketch. See here, we have to rebuild this. Now similarly I am going to create these 3 holes. So once again I am going to create simple holes on this component. So simply say OK. Now here similarly we have to show the sketch of the hole. Show the sketch and we have to go to this hole feature, sketch, and edit the sketch. Keep it in wireframe for better visibility and delete this circle. Now similarly convert these circles into entities. Draw a center line. Now mirror these 3 circles about this center line. Say OK. So these circles are not required, so we have to make them into construction lines. So see here. Now say OK. See here, these symmetric hole features have been created. Now hide this sketch. So come out of this edit mode. So these components have created. Now I am going to select this component and going to edit mode. So sometimes this component creates an visual problem, so try to hide this component. See here I am going to create a cutout, so I am in edit mode of the first component. So select this top face, go to feature, select extruded cut. So keep it in wireframe. Draw a rectangle that is a center rectangle. Simply place it here. So select this outer edge and this line, make it collinear, and dimension this to 75. So say OK. So this extruded cut, we have to remove link to thickness, and we have to say through all. See here, this cutout has been created now. So come out of the edit mode. So we are in the edit mode of the hinge one. So we have to come out of this, rebuild it. Next go to hinge 2. So show this hinge 2. So once we have to select this hinge component and select edit part. Now here I am going to create this cutout, the outer cutout for this hinge. So select this top face, go to feature, select extruded cut. Here keep it in wireframe. See here. So here what we have to do is select a corner rectangle, select these end points and these two adjacent line, make it collinear. Select this edge and this edge, make it collinear. This edge and this line, make it collinear. So here we have to make it symmetric. So either we can dimension this, like we have to measure this distance and we can dimension as it is, this 25, or we can make it symmetric line. So similarly we have to create one more cutout the other side. So draw a center line, select the mirror entities and select these entities and select this line and say OK. Now come out of this sketch. Here you can say through all and say OK. Keeping in shaded form. See, this cutout has been created now. And come out of this edit mode, keep it in top view. See here, it is exactly aligned. See here in top down is design, we create exactly mating conditions of this component, but when we go for DFM, design for manufacturing, so we have to give some clearances to this component. So we remove some material as per the requirement. So but in design stage we have to create exact sketch at this point. See, exactly these two components are mating each other at this line. See here. So these two components have been created, rebuilt it. So I'm going to take one part file, that is hinge pin. Here also select the front plane, simply create a sketch and select the extruded boss. This is just for reference and say OK. Save this file, go to assembly and insert this hinge pin. See here. Now constrain with this. So give the mating conditions. Select these two front planes. Select mate command. Say OK. Top plane with a top plane. Right plane with a right plane. Say OK. See, this component is here now. Now we have to select this component. Either we can select from this menu manager or graphical window. So select this component, right click and edit part. See here, these two components are in transparent mode. Now select this feature and edit this sketch. Select this circle and this inner edge, make it co-radial. See, it is exactly matching this inner edge. Now come out of this sketch. See this. Now both the diameters are equal. Now edit this feature. Select direction 1. Select this. See, we have to see which direction it is going. See here, it is in this direction. So select up to surface and select this face. See, it is created now. Now similarly select the direction 2 and up to surface and select this. See here and say OK. See, it is exactly created. So I am going to hide these components. Still I am in assembly mode. I am not creating in part file. So I am creating all the files in the assembly mode, individual parts. See here, this feature has been created now. Now I am going to create chamfer. So select this chamfer. So as per our requirement, so I am giving 3 mm. See, select these two edges and say OK. See this chamfer. Now show these components now. See, this component has been created. Now come out of this edit part mode. See, the complete assembly is created now. Save all components. See, I am going to open individual components. See here. So every component will have external references. This right arrow we can see in each features. These are having external references. See here. Hinge 2. See, Hinge 2 also base flange and cut extrude whole features are having external references. So in upcoming videos I am going to explain how to remove these external references and give the dimensions in top-down approach. So this is the hinge. So this is the assembly. So we can simply explode this. Select this component, move little bit outside. See here. So we can animate this. So we can animate as per assembly. So see, here I have shown it as a simple exploded view. So here in top down approach, two things we have to remember is we have to use always rebuild, so that if any errors occurs in a sketch or features we can see, so that it doesn't reflect on all other components. And second thing, as soon as we create the components, we have to save the file, especially assembly file. Otherwise there is a loss of data if any failure in features or power loss. So we have to careful during this top down approach. So this is a brief about this component Hinge design in top down approach. Thank you for watching.